first few days I walk out in the kitchen, it would just be, I was in shock because it looked so much better than it had.
It's a marvel every time you walk in and
Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
wow. And it's a very small, modest kitchen, but
it's comfy, and it actually feels much more spacious than it did before.
It does. My name's Mike Gallagher, and I'm a retired museum curator.
I'm Mike Gallagher, and I'm also retired. I was involved in environmental planning primarily.
It was just a combination of factors that made the kitchen really outdated in terms of if we were to sell the house, it would certainly be a factor in the sale. We kept trying to do small solutions. We kept saying, well, maybe we just replace the countertop and we can extend it and put a little infill in when we put a 30-inch stove in. And we were just trying to get away with as little as possible, and the final result just wasn't going to be very satisfactory.
Yeah.
When I called Jared, he looked at it and he was very honest. He said, are you moving in the next 2 years? Do you plan to move? And I said, well, we don't plan on it. I mean, we're older, so anything can happen. And he said, because if you're not moving in the next 2 years, I wouldn't change it. But if you're going to stay here a while and you want to enjoy it also, it would help the resale value. So I appreciated his honesty about it. I kind of just used the designer to bounce off what I thought. We chose what we liked, but yet at the same time, she helped us validate the crew, the people that they had working for them really helped to relax me. I said, these people know what they're doing.
I mean, they at times went out beyond what they really needed to do, I think, and sometimes to help us out a bit. And one example was when it was going to start freezing here, I went under the house and I was having trouble getting the water turned off
For the outdoors.
because it was stuck. And, you know, I mentioned it to him and he said, oh, I'll go down and fix it. And he hopped down under the house and crawled around and came out and said, it's done. I was apprehensive about the whole project to a certain degree. It was all just kind of blown away because everything went perfect.
There was a lot of communication. We always, and I think that's so important to know what's going on and when. So every night we would get information about what was happening the next day, what time a sub was showing up, or, you know.
Their friendliness, their willingness to sit and stop and explain things.
I was amazed at just how much easier it is to cook and clean up, which sounds really weird. It's same kitchen, same cabinets, but it's just the little changes that have made it a lot easier. I think the tile work is beautiful. Cabinetry is done very well. I like some of the special drawers that were put in. We didn't have one of these before, and so now we have all our spices alphabetical. This is really simple too, but before, I mean, these divided spaces for vertical storage, all these used to be piled on top of each other in a cabinet over there. So every time I wanted to get a cookie pan or something, I was on my hands and knees. I was, you know, throwing things out onto the floor. But what I really like is we said, well, we'd like a little counter above. And the reason is everyone has these things like a pizza peel and racks and things. So not only do I have that vertical storage, but I'm able to actually store my pizza peel, which was hard in the past. Simple things like moving the microwave above the stove. I didn't realize how much difference that was going to make. And once again, it's a simple thing, but it's made a total difference in our ability to use the counter space. I had told them that I do the family Christmas dinner here for the extended family, and I said, will it be done by Christmas? We had a schedule, and they, day by day, it pretty much exactly followed what they were going to get done. It was finished, and I had a wonderful Christmas dinner here. I had enough time. I thought the experience was fantastic. I'm really happy with the result of the project. Well, I just say go for it, and you know, I would highly recommend them.